following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Hardman. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Open man is Waddle, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
For Nick Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, here's Mostert again. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it? Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss. Second and 12. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion? On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task. And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing,
That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with a 2nd and 3. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. No score after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Play action. It's Herbert. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, this is Chubb. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down at 4. Herbert off of play action. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Jackson. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it. And dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the ground, it's Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And finally taken down at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert gets this one to Juszczyk. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now Chubb works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
when you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw here, Herbert. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Let's go now. Mikey, let's cheese. Come on, come get shot. Come get shot. Come on, come get shot. Here, man. 55's mark, now, 55. You guys can get tired of seeing me.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Jackson to throw. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson finding Hardman here over the middle. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw is Jackson. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That's swung out to Mostert. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Mostert. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Taylor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that not at all what they were hoping for. He does stop the clock, but it eats up precious time and winds up losing yardage. Jackson Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship.